We are back to normal, ladies and gentlemen. Week 5 of the Clio SoF Season 4 2025 at the Circuito de Navarra. Excuse my Spanish pronunciation, I don't speak that language, I tried my best. And what do I mean by back to normal? 82 drivers, 5 splits, many races to watch, so we are back from the abnormality that was Cadwell. Like I said, shocked that we almost got 3 splits there. Shows how strong the Clio SoF truly has become. But let's take a look at the track we are in this week. The Circuito de Navarra, the speed circuit, which is the full layout. For some reason all 3 layouts are called speed circuit. Weird, but okay. 3.9 kilometers, we can expect 8 laps. And the last time we were here was in Season 1 of 2025, so it's been a while. Kuzma Lesnoy won that race, who is also the record winner with 2. Roman Perschke in P2 back then, and Dylan Da Costa in P3. But if we take a look at the track itself, before the demonstration lap, where are the key points of this track? Definitely turns 1, 2, 3, really difficult section. Who's kinda be interesting to see how it will be there. Turn 6 is also quite a nasty one. Weird radius and everything. So we can expect stuff there. And the final corner as well, which has a little insight from me. I can't drive for the life of me. But it's not about me, it's about top split. We will now take a look at the demonstration lap, then at the starting grid, and then we will have split 1 racing. So let's take a look at the lap. And we are on board with Dylan Da Costa for this demonstration lap here at the Circuito de Navarra. Like I said, the first key point comes here. Turn 1 not so much, but now here with turn 2, the brake, right hander, you want to get to the left, but it's so easy to lose the car here. Dylan makes it look so easy. Trust me, it is one difficult corner. Then we come up to a double left-hander, turn 5 and 6. Turn 5, not the biggest problem, but this one, turn 6, it's weird radius and everything. You want to get to the outside there, perfectly done by Dylan Da Costa as expected. Then another 90-degree right-hander onto the back straight. Get as much of the track as possible. But off tracks are also an issue here. Then this is, if I have not miscounted, turn 9, a hairpin. Dylan drives it in 3rd gear. Most drivers probably will be in 2nd gear there. Then a double left-hander. We want to take the inside, then to the outside. And again, inside, outside. This is the theme of this track. Use the width. Use everything you have. We are almost done. Right-hander, 2nd gear. Again, take as much of the AstroTurf as possible. 2 more corners. Left, and then this uphill hairpin. And once again, take as much from the outside as possible. And this is a lap at the Circuito de Navarra. And now let's take a look at the starting grid. So, this is our starting grid from Dylan Da Costa to James Becker. 17 cars, Miguel Freitas, the championship leader in P3. Cedric Gibbert, great qualifying, P2. The lights are red, the lights are green, we are racing in top split for the first time. Week 5, one of 5 splits. And the first key point is very early on, like I mentioned previously. Turn 2 and 3 with cold tires. I hope everyone behaves. We will find out in a few seconds. So far, so good. Yeah, looks fine. Little bit of contact, but nothing. Nothing too crazy. Everyone survived. This is good. We have seen no flying car parts or anything. So this is a good sign. Oh, but I had a little bit of contact in the back. This was Piotr Jigilevsky. Losing 1 or maybe 2 positions as a result. This is Raul Hernando. We have seen quite a few things of him last week in Cadwell. Let's not talk about those. Let's stay positive. Piotr now in the last position, so he lost a bit more than expected. Tries on the outside here in turn 9 against James Becker. Yeah, but so far so good. Da Costa, Gibret, Freitasch, nothing has changed in the top positions. We are following Maximilian Zörer in P12, chasing Thomas Reisisch. Still, I don't speak Lithuanian, so the chances that I mess up the name are pretty high. Different choice of line here by Zörer. Oh, Bruno Gaiotto goes a bit wide. And Roman Perschke in P8 chasing Andreas Katz. Germany versus Austria. Little insight into tomorrow's race. Quite a few Germans in Split 2. I noticed yesterday while driving. Piotr takes the curb, gets past James Becker, goes super wide into, I don't know what is the next closest track next to Navarra, Jerez, I don't know. But as a result, 15, 16, 17 already have a bit of a gap to the rest of the group. You can see there Thomas Pinto in the Alpine livery and Piotr and James in the back. Andy Oakley and Samir Kadura JB Masida, P5, always nice to see him race. Mr. Ratskogan has won 3 top split races there. One of the stats I, for some reason, always remember. Maybe because Ratskogan is my strongest track in terms of S2F success, I don't know. But so far it seems pretty civil. Unlike last week. Let's not talk about Cadwell anymore. Raul Hernando, P6. Roughly where he is expected to be as the number 7 car. And the biggest outlier in the top is Cedric Gibret. Look at his pace, he can keep up with Dylan Da Costa. The number 9 car in P2 and staying in P2. Championship leader Miguel Freitas in P3. Nothing has changed there. Then 0.4 seconds to Kieran Shanks, a name I am not familiar with. Raul Hernando and JB Masida, a little bit of contact. Another contact and JB loses his now. I was thinking that maybe he can hold it. It seemed that as if he was able to do it, but then what came another little impulse, not input, and he lost it, sadly, and he lost quite a few positions. He is now back in P8. Hernando, Katz and Perschke. Then Masida, Bruno Gaiotto and Carlos Rivera to finish out the top 10. Few Spaniards here at the Spanish track, Hernando and Carlos Rivera, so hometown advantage. Who knows? Freitasch tries it against Gebret, but he does a fantastic job at defending. Look at this! Kieran Shanks on the outside! Where did he come? He's still there! Does he get past the championship leader? Doesn't look so bad! Yes, he does! Nice! 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 This is definitely something to write down for the highlight package at the end. And Miguel Freitasch now only in P4. Remember, he started the season with 3 wins in the first 3 races. Then Cadwell happened. We talk about it again. Where he only finished in P7. Which is one of his lowest finishing results in a long time. Can't remember from the top of my head. But yeah, still, 3 wins is a good foundation for a championship. But you don't want to repeat P7s for that. Oh, little mistake there by Gebret. Does this give an opportunity for Kieran Shanks? Not at the moment. Good stuff for Dylan Da Costa, who is now 1.4 seconds in the lead. So he has a bit of breathing room. Kieran Shanks still was a great maneuver on the outside against Miguel Freitasch. Sometimes now to the inside. He tries it. Kieran Shanks gives us good images, even though the livery is a stock livery. We need to change that. But doesn't matter. It was a great attempt. But he stays in P3. But you have the feeling that both Shanks and Freitasch are faster than Gebret. But Cedric does a masterful job at defending after the first 4 laps. Remember, we expect 8 laps. And if we take a look at the remaining time, yep, we are on pace for 8 laps. Masida. P8 after the incident with Raul Hernando. Kieran Shanks, we see an attempt! He goes wide. We don't see the result of it. He is... Okay, what is happening? Raul, did he drop? Did he blink? He blinked, and Freitasch now in P5. Freitasch and Peschke! Ay, look at this pack. Spicy stuff. I will write it down to take a look at it afterwards, what we truly have missed. But fact is, Miguel Freitasch dropped to P8. Bruno Gaiotto loses a position to Carlos Rivera in the process. And he's now under attack from Tomasz. Bruno, that is. JB Masida against Roman Perschke, who is on the inside. Do we see his nose? No, we don't. But we know he's there. There he is. The former champion. Man, Raul is blinking like crazy. Which is nothing new, to be fair. Miguel. He tries it against Masida. I mean, Masida, Freitasch, Perschke. This is an all-star trio. You have to say. Perschke gets past Masida for the moment. Raul, fix your internet, please. It makes it really, really annoying. Cedric is flashing his lights, probably as a result. Hey buddy, come on, you're blinking. It's annoying. Miguel now in P7 after us. Masida tries it. Masida gets it for the moment, but now Freitasch has the better line through the next few corners. Samir Kadura behind Maximilian Zörer. This is for P12 still. Right behind them, Andy Oakley. Masida losing quite a few positions now in P10. Yeah, what a shame for JB. It started with the incident with Raul. Or maybe Cedric did flash his lights because he was not happy with Raul's overtake, which maybe was also part of the blinking shenanigans. Because Cedric Gibbert now in P4. Still great result for him. Bruno Gaiotto having 3 cars up his you-know-where. Zörer, Kadura, Oakley. We are focusing now a bit further. Piotr Jeglewski against Thomas Pinto. Oh, a little bit of contact there. So Thomas stays in P15, but maybe it gives James Becker an opportunity. 0.1 seconds, they are close together. JB Masida wants to get past Thomas. Oh, aggressive! But I think Thomas can stay in P9. Yes, he can. But that was one aggressive attempt. Lap 7 out of 8. And Dil da Costa over 3 seconds in the lead. This is totally under control for him. Freitasch and Perschke, round 2. But watch out, Carlos Rivera also super close. Freitasch to the inside, tries it. But Roman has the advantage for the next 2 corners. He knows it, he is experienced, and he stays in P6. Andreas Katz, number 5 in P5. Behind Cedric Gibbert. OJB dropping positions. No? Look at this close battle. He is... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Zörer Kadura. What happened there? This was lap 7, turn 15. We will take a look afterwards. Final lap of the race. Cedric Gibbert and Raul Hernando. This is for the final spot on the podium. So far Raul occupies it, but the race is not over. Thomas Pinto now in P13 after the incident between Zörer and Kadura. Andy Oakley and Bruno Gaiotto. 11 and 12. And now it's a job of defending that 3rd position for Raul. Podium would be nice for him. Freitasch defends against Rivera. Perschke is pretty safe in that moment. Now Carlos Rivera Cabello, full name there. A little bit of contact there once again. In the back. James Becker. Samir Kadura. This goes down to the wire. Freitas and Rivera. Another P7 for Freitas back to back. We will see how it affects the overall championship. Gibret defends against Andreas Katz. Final corner of the race. And we are done. Dylan Da Costa dominates here in Navarra. Kieran Shanks, P2. Great race from him. Lovely overtake early on. And now we wait for everyone, which is right about now. They're all in the finish. And these are the top 10. And how does it affect the overall championship? From Da Costa, Peschke, Freitas. Let's take a look and find out together, shall we? And here we are. Back at the standings, and at the top nothing has changed. Freitas leads in front of Roman Peschke, but now Dylan Da Costa is in P3. And if you take a look at the numbers of races, Dylan has one less race. I know at the end of the season, drop rounds and all that will be affected. We will talk more about it starting week 9 and onwards, but don't forget about that fact. So if we take a look at the points guide to the right, we see a P4 would be enough to jump Freitas for the moment before drop rounds and all that fun stuff. But it looks like a big lead, but maybe it's smaller than we think. We will find out as the season progresses, and like I said, drop rounds and all that wonderful stuff will be affecting everything. But yeah, these are the overall. John Duncan is the final driver in the top 10. Kevin Anfield missing 2 races in a row. This is a new negative record for Kevin Anfield, I might add. Never missed more than 1 race in a row. Now 2 races in a row. I want to celebrate 100 SoF races for Kevin Anfield, the first driver that will achieve that. But we'll have to wait a bit longer for that. We don't try to get too much into the overall, as it is usually quite a big what is the word I'm looking, spoiler for the splits 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I will just silently let it play out here. So like I said, maybe we spoil ourselves a little bit. How many drivers did we have thus far in the season? 163. Quite a few new names here at the bottom. James P. Becker was in top split. The other names we are not familiar with. We will learn more about them as the splits go on. And if we take a look at the split 1 standings, which are usually, as I call them, the most quote-unquote boring one, because it is usually the one that mimics the overall standings the most, logically, but things can be different here, so especially further down when the split 2 drivers are out of the occasion. And here Andy Oakley is the last one in the top 10. Excuse me. Kieran Shanks gets into P16 with 1 P2. Great debut there. And how many drivers did we have in a top split race so far? 42. 42 drivers. From Burgess up to Miguel Freitas. But yeah, this was split 1. We have 4 more races. Now we will enjoy a few highlights, including the nice overtake from Kieran Shanks. Little spoiler what is in the package. We are here at the end of split 1. We will see split 2 tomorrow. So yeah, let's take a look at some highlights and see you tomorrow for split 2.